there was a Charles Marlowe that I knew, the original Charles Marlowe, before the drugs did the damage to his personality that they've done. Because he's done a lot of drugs over the years, and they've changed him, and nothing's changed him more than the meth, though.
Well, yeah.
I'm telling you. And that's the scary thing. Nothing has changed. Like, he did pills and all kinds of things, but he used to be a different person.
Hey everyone, welcome to a collab with another vegan. We have
the vegan Cheetah. What's going on, everybody?
So he broke up with his girlfriend, so now we are dating. Put that out there.
What do you think about vegans doing the vegan thing for aesthetic reasons, or to look young, or to remain youthful, or to lose weight?
I understand that more than ethics.
Than ethics, really.
Because God put animals here for a reason. We're supposed to eat them.
He tries to throw everyone out, and you can't do it on your own. You just can't. Especially not something as hard, esoteric, and, you know, honestly a shot in hell like YouTube.
I feel like he doesn't think he needs any friends or anything.
He thinks he doesn't need air or water. You know, being homeless is not attractive to me. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think it's attractive
he
to
could get out of it too, but he chooses to be homeless. Yeah. He sees it as a source of income because he's like, oh, if I can be online and portray this homeless conservative who's scraping the bottom and trying to make his way up, people are going to invest in me. They're going to care.
If I'm giving you advice, Charlie, from like a very straightforward, cold cut, you know, I would say go far left. Just be an extreme feminist, extreme left-winger. You would probably get a lot of views. People would probably like you a lot, and they would not care about your past at all.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, about like YouTube and stuff like that too, is he thinks like with this, and you know, I consider myself a conservative, but he thinks that with this right-wing persona that he's portraying, that he's going to get somewhere far online. But the thing he doesn't understand about 90% of these right-wing personas have some sort of establishment, like in, you know, credentials and stuff like that. Like they didn't just on a whim one day decide to stop doing vegan drama and become, you know, an ex-felon that's doing vegan, or a felon that's doing vegan drama, and then who brags about his drug addiction, all of a sudden gonna take over the conservative sphere on social media. It just
doesn't make any sense.
Do you ever get the feeling that history is repeating itself? Like you can remember years and years ago just feeling so shocked, so astonished that Barack Obama was elected president of the United States. You thought, wow, I thought this would never happen within my lifetime. I thought I would never, you know, see this. An African American gets elected to be president of the United States. And then, you know, a few years later, you feel the same way when you find out that a white millionaire from reality television has been elected president of the United States. You're sitting there thinking, what, Donald Trump I never thought I would live to see this day. I never thought I would live to see Donald Trump get elected to be president of the United States. Do you get the feeling? Do you get the feeling that history is repeating itself?
Niggas know that they fucking around with real G's. Who do you think you are? Things heavy all in my truck. That be the
Look, guys, it's lawsuit season. Vegans are suing vegans again. It's fashionable all over again. I started this trend. All y'all copying my style. You owe me 10%.
I don't do much. Sit on the block in that lavender range, waiting for fiends, pass them the cane.
Well, basically, Charles and I grew up together, not like in diapers, but, you know, 9th grade, basically high school. We had bands and music projects growing up, and also I got into music production. I produced, as people know, a lot of his songs, and especially his most recent songs, Desert Hell.
I love that one, by the way.
So yeah, basically, you know, I grew up with Charles, and even went to college with him, and then there was a few years when I'd moved to California, and he was still in New York. A little bit of the time he was in Nashville. we still talked, but we didn't hang out or anything like that. And there were time periods where we didn't really talk to each other, But we would keep in touch, and everyone knows he'd gone to jail. He got out of jail, was in a halfway house, and I think that's when I started to talk to him a little bit here and there. And he had gotten to that's when he first got into his social media. He got into his online personality and became the vegan Cheetah during that time, and had his career on YouNow, which he ruined, just like, most other things he sabotages, like friendships, jobs,
business relationships, everything.
Fill in the blank, folks. But yeah, he likes to sabotage things. That's Charles' nature. Is Charles likes to sabotage himself and others.
He's a very weak person, like, in my opinion. To me, I feel like when I was around him, it's almost as if you're trying to take care of a child or something. It's very odd. He has like kind of, like, people want to care for him. Online, he tries to act quote unquote alpha, but even his online persona isn't that alpha, to be honest.
He does this like false like metrosexual personality thing.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think it is dangerous for our image when you got a guy like Durian Ryder basically telling people to drop out of university. We as vegans, we should encourage each other to go and get education, to pursue diplomas, certificates, degrees, pursue careers off of YouTube. We can do YouTube too. We can do social media. Believe me, guys, I'm on YouTube and I'm streaming every single day, posting to Twitter, Instagram. I'm very, very into it. But raising my social media profile, also gaining a degree, an education, it puts me in a different league than somebody like Durian Ryder, Freely the Banana Girl, Vegan Gains. But I'm encouraging you to just take a look at it. Would an education make my life better?
And he's always trying to draw the line in the sand, But the thing is, he thinks he stands for like this conservative, thing.
Right.
Like he's a conservative, but the thing he doesn't realize is like with his drug abuse and all that, it's hard for anyone to take him seriously. So he's trying to push this like CMC broadcasting thing right now, and it's like people are seeing right through it.
Well, I think that's true too. Like, there's a lot of lack of foresight. Like, he doesn't see that, like, conservatives or right-wingers, they really usually look down very harshly on drugs, especially meth and heroin.
Yeah.
They look, weed is kind of okay now, but even that, it's like...
They'll look down on that too. Yeah, absolutely.
But
definitely
older,
the hard drugs, yeah.
The type of women that would want to be with a guy like that would not want somebody that has done drugs or that has, done certain things, we'll just say, or been with certain types of women that he has been with. Any good tradcon woman would run. Like, whoosh. The very people that would like him are the ones that he bashes. Like, the only people that would like him are left-wingers, maybe SJWs, like very far left, radical feminists, things like that, especially with his metro persona. Like, I think radical feminists would appreciate that because he comes across as so femme sometimes. And I do think his inner psychology is very feminine. And I say that as somebody that is very feminine. I am gay, I am the woman in a relationship, I am very, very femme. And I see a lot of those same inner workings in him. Like, he's always talking about his appearance. He's so worried about this. He was a gossip channel. Like, these are all very feminine things. His audience is even mostly women. And there's reasons for that. And no, it's not because he's the hottest thing, because he's really not.
But let's see what Izzy the Fruit Bat had to say about her encounter, her sexual rendezvous with an older man.
So, I once had a relationship with an older man in the vegan community. And when I went and saw him, stuff happened between us. I was 18 at the time.
18. That's like my perfect age. Anywhere between about 18 and 22. That's usually the age group, that I'm attracted to.
I was completely disappointed in this situation. I was underwhelmed by how it all went. And I was disgusted when it was over. I felt degraded and I was angry about it. And I could have so easily made a video being like, he's a sleazy and he just degraded me and
Oh my god, I love when she says she was degraded. That's so hot.
I was probably one of his biggest fans, and now he's so fucking boring. Like, literally every video is the exact same thing. It's, well, I'm doing fine. I'm homeless, but I'm okay. And, you know, insert opinion about Jewish people and,
why does he always have to demean Jewish people? That's the other thing.
A lot of Jewish women have supported him. What was it like living with him?
Oh, man. He would usually be waking up and he didn't know I was still awake sometimes, and I would see him or witness him, you know, being high, you know. And I knew he was doing meth. It could have been cocaine or something, but I think he was doing meth. He didn't really ever, like, sleep, you know. It seemed like he slept basically about 4 hours a night. So that's one thing I'll say. That was weird. And I woke up to him rocking back and forth one morning, and he was like, I'm sorry, this is all a little bit scattered right now, but I woke up, you can edit this part, but I woke up one morning, he was rocking back and forth and shivering, but it was like 105 degrees out, and he had this blanket wrapped around him, and he was like shivering on the couch, and I woke up because he was going like, he was like, you know, doing this really weird, I've never seen anyone do anything like that. But I basically knew from that day, I knew that he was doing drugs.
Every time I was ever filming with him or I was ever around him, he was sober. Okay, like every single time except the last time. And that time, he was acting really, really, really wired. Like, and I remember like my head was like, I was thinking like, oh my God, is he actually using? Because I had come out sort of against you, and I was like, oh, he's not using, blah, 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 because he never was around me. He just wasn't. I think a lot of people that are drug addicts, like,
he's really good at hiding it too.
Yeah, well, plus they try to compartmentalize, so it's like, I'll do the drugs around this person, but not that one.
Yeah.
You know, me and him were pretty close and stuff like that. Maybe he didn't want to betray that or something to that effect. But obviously, you know, being a month out on the street, he didn't care anymore. So then I saw he was acting very like, I want to say manic. Just very, very like up. Yeah. And I was like, oh gosh. And I remember thinking he might be using. His mental capacity deteriorated throughout all of last year. Like he used to be actually kind of smart, and it's gone. Now he's very stupid. Like just, he used to have clever comebacks. He used to be able to like debate with people, like, you know, like that one guy, I forgot, the guy with the beard. Like he was doing debate. He was really extra and he was an asshole and everything, but it didn't matter.
He had so many opportunities, like, and it was clear he must have been using meth because the amount of money he owed his landlord, and like he obviously could have paid some of that, but he didn't pay any of it. He didn't pay any of that. He owed this landlord $6,000. That's like 3.5 months rent or something. So basically, it seems like before he came here, he was just on a downward spiral, and he tries to pick himself back up, and I don't know how much he's doing the meth, but I think it's like every day. I think it's every day. Even the racism thing, he might have been even a little bit racist back in the day, but I think it was more just like stupid, like thoughtless, you know, comments, like things he would make, and you know, just typical like white people shit, you know, nothing really serious. But now he's getting into this really deep, serious shit now, and I can only see it like, is Charles going to be broadcasting on some like underground platform in 2 years with like head side shaved the same way with like the Nazi haircut, swastikas in the background, in a trailer park in somewhere in Southern California, Oxnard, in a trailer park with a constantly pregnant.
Maybe you should be a writer.
Constantly pregnant.
You really know how to paint a picture. Jeez.
3 kids. Constantly pregnant wife. On welfare.
No there's no way that will happen.
And he'll finally have like a beer gut and stuff, but he'll still have skinny arms and skinny legs and everything. And
but I told you, like,
he'll be flexing, and be like, yeah, these aesthetics. My core has been getting really strong. He'll have like a big beer gut, but like skinny arms and everything.
I know, but the thing is, like, even in that scenario, I just can't see him being like with a woman, basically. Like, I know that sounds mean, but it's true. Like,
yeah, I know.
Not necessarily because he wouldn't be interested, but because I just don't see any woman being
I think
interested.
he's going to find like some desperate... This is the other option. Maybe he'll move somewhere down south and find like some desperate like trailer park girl who's like 18 years old that just...
Oh, man.
You know, just begging to
tragic.
just get pregnant, doesn't care, as long as it's a halfway cute guy that she can pin down with a baby.
Dang. To be honest, like, if I want to be real, I think there's no hope for him. I think he's gone. I think he's already dead. That's a very brutal statement to say.
Yeah.
But I think that the drugs have already taken
That
him.
might be true.
And to be honest, that comes from my experience with narcotics. They're gone. He's gone.
Once they've done it enough times, that's it.
It's over.
Yeah.
I think he's gone. I don't think he's ever coming back. And I think it's a grieving process for some of us, too.